1% of dudes rapping, they ain't nice as me. 98% ain't live the same type of life as me. The judge gave me life and then they sent me where the life is be. That level 4 with depth and vice, the type of stuff they like to see. Two choices, fight or flee. I refuse to die a chump. I never been a mark, but damn, it's scary when that riot jump. I seen dudes cry, get pumped, and some sexually brutalized. Knew a dude who lost his life and he was only doing 5 year-long racial fights when homie all you do is ride. Lonely days and nights up in a hole causing suicide. From the moment you arrive, you see the Mexican mafia, AB skinheads with big giant swastikas, pro-black philosophers, the BGF, the Kumi, and Muslims who will murk you from the nation to the Sunni. That MS was loony, quick to ride up on they rival. Even Christians went to church, hide knives up in they Bible. Political and tribal, the Crips and Damus, the Long Beach, the Hubs and the Dubs and the Grooves, the IE, the Bakersfield, the Dago Pyrus, the Hustlers quick to roll, the gangsters gon' move, whatever click you choose.
Say what's cracking, YouTube? It's your boy 16 to life, and I'm back like I'm on a parole violation. Yard down. Now, for those of y'all that's new to my page, in 1994, I got arrested. I was eventually sentenced to 16 years plus life, and I served 24 years straight in the California prison system. Yeah, that's me gassing on that intro song. And if you're interested in getting that song, I can send it to you on a digital download link. If you're interested in getting it, hit me up on my email, 16tolifemusic@gmail.com, and I'll give you the info. Now let's hop into this video. So I'm going to be reacting to a video by a page called Respectable Rant. So go check that page out if you want to. They got a lot of interesting videos on there. And today he's going to be talking about a shooting involving young Aunt Jefe'S little brother, man. So without further delay, let's hop right up into it.
For me, like, I juggle fatherhood, I juggle my personal happiness, and like a small increment of the streets. And I'm gonna say the streets because, like, I be in my community, and just me being over there, anything can happen. Just you being over there.
Investigation is underway after a man was shot.
Now, the shooting happened on the sidewalk during the middle of the day.
Somebody had got at me and like, hey man, you know, Big Baby was on No Jumper with Big Deal, and he don't know what he talking about. He talking about that. You know, I wouldn't have said that with Ant because, you know, he got another name that's derogatory and this and that. And I'm like, what?
So do you really? You had a nickname that was disrespectful to the neighborhoods?
No, I don't. So
what, Brett thought you did?
Yeah. So this my little brother right here, my blood little brother. He from my hood. My blood little brother, same mama, same daddy, NBA. That's the one that Big Baby was speaking about that time. Baby brother, you know what I'm saying? That's under him. He pushed a derogatory, like, disrespectful name towards the neighborhoods. Like, bro, I'm not big NBA, bro. Young Ant, bro. Like, but I can't be that person no more. Like, you know, I already did that. You know what I'm saying? I did it at the top of this class, and I seen what it brings.
Now, you know, lately I've seen some people wondering, okay, if this dude's name, because they have his full name out now, that he unfortunately has been arrested in this homicide, if his name is Maurice, how did he begin to be called Young Ant? Well, you know, obviously in this gang banging culture, you will have at times individuals who are older than you, and they will already have a certain street name, and you will go up under their name. So you might have, for instance, you might have a big ant, then you'll have a little ant, you know what I'm saying? Then you'll have a baby ant, a tiny ant, and a young ant. And so that's how it came to be where he is Young Ant. So there are several other individuals with the same nickname as he. So for those who have, you know, asked or wondered how did he get that name out of Maurice, that's how he did it.
Yeah, once you start having kids and shit like that, like, gotta evolve. Like, cause now you got kids that come into play and they didn't actually be here, so now you gotta give some responsibility to them. So, like, I juggle fatherhood, I juggle my personal happiness, and like a small increment of the streets. And I'm gonna say the streets because, like, I be in my community, and just me being over there, anything can happen. Just you being over there.
In today's video, we're going to be talking about NBA 1 and NBA 2 from A-Tray Gangsta Crip, aka Young Ant Jefe'S little brothers. We're going to break down how NBA 1 was just recently shot 1 week after Young Ant went to jail, and how NBA 2 was arrested a day after that. But let's dive right into it. NBA 1 and NBA 2 would just be a couple of years younger than Young Ant. It would go Young Ant, then NBA 1 would be the middle brother, and NBA 2 would be the baby brother. And they would share the same moniker as Ant and be under Young Ant, with the Young Ant being the 5th Ant dog. NBA 1 would be the 6th, and then NBA 2 would be the 7th. And like I said, they're close in age, so some people in the streets would even confuse them.
You know what Ant other name is. You get what I'm saying? So I just say a young Ant because I'm never going to say that other name.
Yeah.
And I mean no disrespect when I say this, but the name that Brick Baby was referring to would be an Ant number 1 and number 2. And that would be how you disrespect the whole neighborhood card. But on May 25th of 2026, which was Memorial Day, and
Now, more than likely, I'll probably edit that out. Some people might be thinking that the NBA stands for Never Broke Again, in relation to that rapper, but no, the NBA is for a disrespectful term against a certain gang out there, right? So more than likely, I'll probably, get that on up out of here. And if you know, you know.
week after young Ant was arrested, NBA 1 would be shot in the chest outside of a smoke shop. And this right here would be the crime scene, which was a plaza located on Manchester Ave. And as you can see, they would have everything yellow taped off. And the shooting happened in broad daylight in the afternoon. And we don't know if it was an internal conflict or if it was the enemies that seen him on that corner. Because he would tell police that he didn't see the shooters and he didn't cooperate. But somebody would leave a comment and say, damn, that's Aunt Jefe's smoke shop. I've been there before.
Now, let me pause right there, right? So the dude from Respectable Rants just said that Ant's younger brother got shot. And he told the police, I don't know anything. I didn't see the shooters. That's the exact way you're supposed to handle a situation like that when you're gangbanging, right? You're not supposed to give a description of the car. You're not supposed to describe people but say, oh, you know what? I didn't recognize their face, but they was in a white Pontiac with gold rims and all that, because then you are giving the police a lead into the investigation. You say something like that, the police might say, well, you know what? I always see that white Pontiac that he's talking about over there on such and such a street. Then the police heads over there, they start shaking bushes, and eventually they find out who was in the car, right? So, it's unfortunate that the young man got shot, but if you're going to be in that life, it is certain protocols that come with that life, and he followed them to a T, so he, in relation to keeping it real and sticking to the code of the streets, he done exactly that.
And another person would put Aunt Jefe's smoke shop. But 4 days after the shooting, NBA 1 would post this on his story. And he would say, back from the dead B-boy, NBA gang, free my 2 and 3. And a few people like J-Hood would post get well soon and tag him. And like we said, a few other people would post get well soon to him also. But this wouldn't be the first time that NBA 1 survived a shooting, because as you can see to the left, he would have a bullet wound to his back. But like he said in this Instagram story, free NBA 2. And NBA 2 was arrested 1 day after NBA 1 was shot. And he was arrested on May 26th of 2026, which was exactly 1 week after young Ant was arrested. And he was arrested at 8:30 in the morning. But if you go to the agency description, it says LASD, citizen's arrest. And I'm not sure if it was the actual citizen that arrested him, but I'm thinking that a bail bondsman came and arrested him. Because I would find this article from April 11th of 2026 where he was on the run, and they had a reward out for his arrest. And he was on the run for 2 cases. One of them, he was arrested on February 18th of 2023 for 1 count of robbery, where he took a plea deal on March 22nd of 2023, which would be 1 month after his arrest. And on that day, they would give him probation. But then 2 years later, on April 10th of 2025, he was arrested again. And they would charge him with 1 count of second-degree robbery with 2 enhancements on it, and then another count of vandalism with 1 enhancement on it. But after 3 months of sitting in the county, on July 8th of 2025, he would have the second-degree robbery and the 2 enhancements dismissed. But he was still facing 1 count of vandalism with the enhancement and the probation violation. But 1 month after having that robbery and 2 enhancements dismissed, he would be able to post bail on August 29th of 2025. And for the vandalism case, he would post a $100,000 bail. And on that same day, he would post a $200,000 bail for the probation violation. But 5 months after bailing out on $300,000, he would go on the run on January 2nd of 2026, and they would put out a no bail warrant for both cases. So him and young Ant are both going to be in the county jail together. But it sounds like it's been a rough week for young Ant and his 2 brothers, and I'm sending my prayers out to them. And free young Aunt Jefe.
Like, I juggle fatherhood, I juggle my personal.
Now, who knows exactly what they have him for, right? And the guy on Respectable Rants here, he mentioned that he had posted he had posted something in relation to his brother. And that's just the unfortunate thing also, man, about this day and age, social media, and when individuals intertwine that with their street activities, right? Because regardless of whether what he posted was related to street activity or not, it is the job of the prosecution to try to get a conviction. And they're going to try to get a conviction by all means, right? They're going to bring things in, they're going to put things in front of the jury, and they're going to twist it and put a spin on it and put their own narrative to try to make it look like you are guilty. We have to keep in mind 100% that the people who sit on the jury are law-abiding citizens. And even though we're supposed to be tried by a jury of our peers, many times these people are not the peers of individuals who are caught up in the street activity. They are going to have individuals who on that jury who know nothing about the gangs, and some will believe that if a prosecutor says something in relation to this is what this dude said or did, or look what he posted on his Facebook, a lot of those people are going to believe what the prosecution is saying. You know, case in point, it was a person on my jury who was potentially, well, he was getting basically questioned to see if he would serve on the jury. And he said out of his own mouth, and he pointed at me and he said, if that guy is sitting right there, I believe he is guilty. I have family who is law enforcement. I have a lot of friends who are law enforcement, and they do not make those type of mistakes talking about arresting an innocent person. So we just have to keep all this stuff in mind, that when you are breaking the law knowingly, you're a gang member, it does not behoove you to do other things outside of that to make it worse in the event when you get caught. You know, representing your gang online, you know, even admitting to the police that you are affiliated. A gang allegation will get you up to 15, 20 years sometimes, you know. And so that's just like being in a stolen car and then on the freeway speeding, like you can stand to get pulled over and get a ticket. If you in a stolen car and they pull you over, you're not just going to get a ticket. So a lot of times, man, these individuals out here in the street have to move much smarter.
Happiest and like a small increment of the streets. And I'm gonna say the streets because like I be in my community, and just me being over there, anything can happen. Just you being over there.
But that right there is going to wrap it up for the story of NBA 1 and NBA 2 from A-Trey Gangsta Crip. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in. But comment, like, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. It's Respectable Rants.
And so, yeah, you heard the name of the channel, man, Respectable Rants. He is definitely gaining subscribers fast. A lot of people are checking him out. You know, he has a lot of information related to these California streets, man. So definitely go check that out. Go check his page out, man. You already know what it is. It's your boy 16 to life. Resume normal program.